No one knows what I really look like.
I've got plans to get more work done.
I've had work done, Georgie's had work done.
Got roasted at the aesthetics clinic. Why does it feel like everyone's got a BBL these
Why
days?
does it feel like everyone's going to Turkey and getting a hair transplant?
I will definitely be getting a boob job in my lifetime.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Clitical Thinking podcast. We're your hosts,
Georgie
and Amy, and today we're going to be talking about cosmetic procedures, the lot, surgery, non-surgical, and we want to eliminate the stigma but acknowledge the risks.
So we're going to be talking about corrective versus cosmetic procedures and just everything about it, to be honest with you.
Like just the whole
all
shebang.
the details, because why does it feel like everyone's got a BBL these days?
Why does it feel like everyone's going to Turkey and getting a hair transplant? Like,
what is real anymore?
No one knows. I mean, I've had work done on my face. Like, no one knows what I really look like.
I've had work done to my body, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to have more work done at some point.
Who knows what we look like, guys?
Yes. What do we actually look like these days? Like, what does a normal, natural person look like?
Normal face look like?
Who knows?
No one knows these days.
But I feel like there's so many different types of procedures, right?
Yeah, I feel like we need to define the landscape. So, because you've got surgical procedures that everyone sort of knows about, right? Like boob jobs, BBLs, liposuction, like these crazy big surgeries, which do honestly put your body through a lot of stress. But then you also have like smaller procedures, like non-surgical procedures. You see people getting like filler in their nose instead of a full-blown rhinoplasty.
Yeah.
You see people getting obviously like dermal fillers. I'm guilty. And then obviously like, so you've had like minor procedures done as well.
Like laser hair removal, scar removal, all these different types of facials as well that you can get, which are also cosmetic procedures in a way, aren't they?
I think with Kim K, like when Kim K came out with like the vampire facial, and you know that facial she had, like it looked crazy, like she just had like a completely red raw face, blood everywhere, and it looks so gory. And these like crazy facials, like when I used to think of a facial, I thought gonna go get a bit of moisturizer,
bit of face mask,
a little bit of a face mask, like cucumber on the eyes. Like no, people are literally getting stabbed these days to get their face better.
Guilty.
And I mean, fair enough, of course. But like even with like face gym as well, like my friend went to the face gym, and I think this is more of a London thing, but have you seen it?
Yeah, it's like a composition of your face, right?
Yeah, they get like balls and they literally, it's like a workout for your face. That's how they market it. But my friend was telling me about it, and she was like, oh, I don't know if I can come to the pub this evening. I was like, why not? She was like, I'm going to the face gym. And I just thought, what is a face gym? What do you mean? She's like, I'm gonna be puffy because I'm literally getting like, they get like balls, like stress balls, and like rub them on your face. And like I looked it up, I was like, this is crazy. And obviously you've got microneedling, which is quite a big thing at the moment.
Yeah, where they put a lot of like little microneedles, literally microneedles in your face, and it like forces the skin to regenerate, like collagen to reform. So that's what I've had done.
Oh, I didn't even know you'd had
so that's what the scar removal is.
Oh, crazy.
So it's like microneedling. So they're literally taking off and like trying to
the layer of your skin.
Yeah, and trying to like promote new skin growth. That's so it kind of like corrects the scar in a way.
You also see like, I've seen a lot of CO2 facials or like carbon laser peels.
I've not really seen them that much.
I've seen them being done, and I don't know too much about it, but it look like they get it done and it kind of looks like a little square has been like blasted.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And they sort of do that all over their face. And it's a lot of these like facials are coming so into fashion now. Like you see people getting them done left, right, and centre. And it makes you wonder, how invasive is this? And what are the benefits? Do they outweigh the risks? Because that's something you see a lot of these sort of procedures glamorized. But what are the risks with them, right? Like, how dangerous are these procedures? Because even though something's non-surgical,
doesn't mean that it doesn't have risks.
Doesn't mean to say that it's not. Doesn't mean to say it's necessarily better for you. And I think we really want to delve into that.
I feel like this is a good segue into the stigma behind, like, why are we judging people for getting these procedures done? Especially seeing as so many of them are so common nowadays. Like, I know so many people with lip filler. I know so many people that have got nose jobs. You know, they're kind of everywhere. So why are we judging them when they are so common?
Yeah.
And I feel like it all comes down to like people thinking that it's for vanity reasons.
Yeah, or insecurity.
Yeah.
People, they must be insecure because they've had work done. Like, why would you get work done if you're not insecure? And I think a big thing is social media again. Yeah. And like the Instagram face, right? I think so many people, or like with filters, we see this perfect face.
Face tuning and everything.
Yeah, so like you see people that haven't necessarily had work done, but they've edited their face or they've edited their body or they've got a filter on and it gives this perfect beauty standard. It projects that onto your own features. So it makes you think, oh, I could look like that. So I think where a lot of people are sort of like constantly seeing these new trends edited onto someone's face or seeing trendy people getting all these procedures done, people think, oh, I want to achieve that. And I think that is when people start judging because they think, why are you trying to look
like everyone else,
or why are you following these trends? Like, you're just blindly following these trends. It must be because you're insecure or
vain.
Like, you just want to look perfect. I think people use that to fuel the stigma in the sense of, oh, you're just like, you just can't be individual. And I think it's quite sad that people judge for that, but I also think you've got to think it can be quite addictive, because these trends are constantly changing. So you've got to think, like, is it worth me putting my body through this stress to, you know, comply with a trend
when next week the trend could be completely different?
And, like,
exactly,
we're constantly chasing trends. Like, it's with clothes, like, you see a micro trend come in, like cow print, for example. Like, you see a bit of cow print, you think, oh, I'm gonna get a cow print jacket. It's gone out the next week. You don't want the cow print jacket anymore. You want a cheetah print scarf, or like you want some mini micro shorts. Like, you know, they're constantly changing.
Trends are constantly changing,
and with social media as well, you're constantly seeing it change. It's like put in your face, like, you need this, like consumerism, right? And I think it's the same with cosmetic surgery. It's a type of consumerism. We think, like, oh my god, all these people have these things, I want that new trend, I want a nose job now. Oh, you can have a liquid nose job, like, I want that now. Oh wait, everyone's getting a BBL, let me get a BBL. Oh, BBL? A baby bell. And then all of a sudden there'll be a new type of procedure to make your bum look big, or like body sculpting comes in, and people, you're constantly chasing these new trends, and I think it can be addictive. So I think as well there's stigma behind these things, because with risk comes stigma. People judge because they think, why are you putting yourself through that? You must be really insecure or really vain. But that's not always the case. Another thing which I think is so important to talk about when talking about this subject is that the stigma around cosmetic procedures is inherently aimed at women. How often do you see a girl called fake, plastic? Oh, you know, like, she's fake, she's not as pretty as this girl because she's not natural. It's so common that people, like, use this as a tool to shame women for being fake or vain. And it's like as if a woman's value goes down when she's had, like, a cosmetic procedure done. She's suddenly not as natural, so she's not as beautiful. But also, when women are less attractive, or we're not wearing makeup, or we don't look put together, we're automatically
shamed as well.
We're automatically seen as lazy. Oh, she couldn't be bothered to do her hair today.
She looks tired.
She couldn't be bothered to put on a face of makeup, or she must be ill. Like, the comment, oh, you ill today.
The amount of people that say, like, you look tired to me when I'm not wearing makeup. I'm like, no.
But then as soon as you wear too much makeup, she wears too much makeup. Like, she's fake.
Yeah, exactly. You can never win as a woman. Like, you can never win in this whole drastic, like, field of beauty. And, like, I mean, first of all, beauty in the eye of the beholder, but second of all, like, when it comes to these cosmetic procedures that are so common nowadays, I feel like the key to it all being that, why did it all just comes back to, like, the misogyny of it all, like, why do men get to have an opinion of what we do to our bodies, how we look,
and why do they get to shame us?
Exactly. Shame us for not having big lips, and you shame us for having our lips done.
Cannot win.
Pick a freaking side.
And it's the same with, like, anti-aging. How often do you see adverts aimed at women? You've got to look young. The amount of people who are, like, our age, like in their 20s, who've immediately said, or younger, teenagers, people who are 16 plus, saying, oh, I want to get baby Botox, or I want to start using retinol. Because it's like, you're told from such a young age, you have to look young to be beautiful. And again, it's like, women are told to age gracefully, but when women age gracefully, they're suddenly less desirable. I mean, you see so much.
You've got wrinkles and etc.
And you're seen as, like, it's creepy the way men want, like, a young woman. Like, that there was some statistic, I don't know the exact statistic, don't take my word for this, but something about men of a certain age all liking women in their 20s, saying that women in their 20s are, like, the most attractive. And I think, like, it's really weird that you're attracted to someone who's so much younger than you, but also that's a whole nother thing. But it's just this point of, like, women are told we should age gracefully, and then we're also told when we age gracefully, like, you need to look younger. And again, it's like, women's bodies are always used to control us. Like, our own bodies are basically, like, pitted against us in a sense of, you don't look a certain way, so your value's decreasing.
Why is women's bodies always a topic of conversation? For men and for other women as well. Like, internalized misogyny with the stigma as well. Like, it's, oh, that girl's fake, so she's not as pretty as me. And it's like the social comparison and internalized misogyny. We're pitting ourselves against each other as women when we should all be supporting each other.
And I feel like we police each other's bodies as well. Like, it's just, it's so silly, like the amount of times I've heard people say, oh, but she's fake, she's not pretty, she's fake, she's had work done. Okay, she can still be beautiful because she's had work done, just like someone can be beautiful for not having work done.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So to address the stigma, I feel like it's really important to understand why people are getting these procedures done, because there's so many different reasons, like corrective or aesthetic. Do you know what I mean? I feel like we can break it into like two halves.
Yeah.
But one of the reasons is just confidence. Like some people just feel a little bit more like themselves once they've had some work done.
Like a little tweak.
Yeah.
Like if you knew that you were going to look in the mirror and feel so much better about yourself for one little thing, why not get it done if you can?
Why not get it done?
If you are in the financial position to do it, because that's another thing, it is expensive. But like for me, for example, like I've had, and this is a little bit toxic, I will admit, from when we started the podcast, I was watching myself back so often and sort of like looking at my face moving so much, editing and stuff. And I did start to get, I was looking at my lip and I was like, why is my lip wonky? And I don't want to point it out because now people are going to go, oh my God, she's got a wonky lip. But like, it made me a little bit like insecure. I was a bit like, oh my God, like my lip's drooping one side. And I thought to myself, do you know what? I could get that fixed so easily, right? And I thought, why not? If it makes me feel just a little bit more confident, why don't I just go and get it done? It's just something I don't have to worry about. And I'm lucky enough to be in the position where I like had the money to go and do that. So I just got a bit of Botox in my chin to stop my lip from drooping. And then whilst I was there, I thought, I could get a little bit of lip filler. And I think, yes, it did get a little bit like addicting, I guess. Like there was a bit of a dopamine hit behind it for me. I was like, oh, I'm gonna get my lips done. Like it's a bit like getting a piercing, or a tattoo. I was like, oh, like it's a little bit of a change. And yes, it's more invasive than like, actually I say getting a piercing and a tattoo is kind of the same sort of similar level of invasiveness, I guess. But it's, in a way, it's like I'd go get my hair dyed.
Yeah.
So for me, I got a tiny bit done, and honestly, I looked in the mirror after and I was just so happy. I was like, I love the way I look. I'm so happy. I'm so confident. And I did acknowledge in my head, like, look, this can get addicting because obviously you've got that like instant dopamine hit. So I can see why people would then say, okay, I've had my lip done, I've had my Botox done, now I want this done, or now I want this done, because you do get, like I've said so many times, you do get that dopamine hit. And I think because we live in a world of instant gratification, it's so easy to go, I want that done, I'm going to go and get it.
Yeah.
So
everything's so much more accessible now. Like yes, it's still expensive to have work done, but it's not as expensive as it used to be because there's more practitioners. There's just more procedures that you can get done. And also, just while we're on the topic of it, lip filler, obviously when you first get it done, your lips do swell up.
Yes,
so they are bigger than what they are once they've gone down. I haven't had lip filler done myself, but they swell up, right?
They swell.
There is quite a funny picture.
There is quite
Amy, to be fair,
a funny photo of me out there on the internet somewhere, in private chats though. So don't go searching for it.
But what I mean is, like, when it's really swollen at the start, you think, oh my God, my lips are huge, and then they go down. But then you're like, wait, I want them how they were. I want them as big as they were just now when they were swollen. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, like, I sort of had that when I was looking in the mirror, but after seeing the photo of me, I thought, oh my gosh. And I did panic a little bit. Well, I didn't panic massively because I had a really good practitioner and she said to me, look, your lip's going to swell. Trust the process. If you don't like it, we can get it sorted. Like, you can get it dissolved. Like, you know, like that, you can go back on lip filler. It's not like a permanent thing. But so she sort of assured me, like, they are going to swell. They might look wonky for a few days because obviously one side might be more swollen than the other. So just like, don't panic about it. So I stayed calm, and my friend, I'd FaceTimed him and he screenshotted me at one angle, and that's where the photo came from. I just looked like, I don't even know, like a fish or something. It was awful. And they were bruised as well. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, that's awful. And I was thinking in my head, like,
literally
of really hope that these do go down a bit.
Literally.
But yeah, so that was my lip filler story. But so they did swell. And I think also, from my experience, I'd say make sure you go to a practitioner who isn't just trying to sell you stuff. Because when I first went in there, I was sort of speaking to her and she was like, I don't really see what you want. Like, I don't see why you want lip filler. Because she said, you've got a lovely shape to your lips. My lips aren't the biggest lips out there. But she said, like, do you want a fake look? I said, oh no, I don't want them to look evidently fake. Like, I do want to go for a more natural look. And she was sort of saying, okay, like, we'll do a tiny bit. And she was not trying to sell me more, because I feel like a lot of people would have gone, yeah, get it done, get a whole mil. Like, I feel like a lot of the time people push you to get a full mil of lip filler. when you only want 0.5.
Yeah.
So the fact that she was saying to me, yeah, we'll do a little bit, we'll see how it goes. And she was very like, you know, she wasn't pushy with it. I think that's a really good sign, because like I say, when someone's pushing you to get stuff done, it's very clear that
it's a red flag.
They just kind of want the money, and they're not necessarily looking after like your face, and they don't have your appearance and as your their best interest.
Yeah.
So it's more for them like, can I make money from this, rather than how do I make this person's face actually look really nice. So just be careful with what practitioner you're going through. From my experience, I'd say that I had a very good lady, and I feel like I've learned the green flags in like an aesthetic clinic environment.
Just a sidebar off of what you're saying, I went with my friend to get lip filler, and I wasn't going for anything. I wasn't going to get anything done, and I was kind of talking to her, and I was like, oh, like, do you think I should get some? Just because I was in the environment, not because I'd actually thought about it and thought, yeah, I definitely want some. And I was like, do you think I should get any done? Like just a little 0.5. And she just looked at me and she goes, you need to sort out that gummy smile first. And I was like,
oh my God, that's horrible.
And I was like shell shocked. I was like, because I was
there
just
are
saying
ways you can word that nicely.
You should sort out that gummy smile first. And I was so shell shocked, because I was like, all I was doing was making conversation. I wasn't even really asking about getting lip filler. I wasn't really even considering getting lip filler, because I've never really wanted it ever. So I was just kind of like,
that's making money off someone's insecurity. Yeah, it's like, let's make you feel insecure so you come and spend money, and I can make money off you.
And I was just like, but then ever since then, well, I always did think I had a gummy smile anyway, but it wasn't too noticeable. It was only when I laughed really, really hard. So I wasn't like overly like upset about it. I never really thought about getting it done. But for someone else, because you know how your insecurities are so big to you, but no one else notices them. But yeah, so when she said that, I was kind of like, whoa, and then it just made me so much more insecure about it, and I was just like, what?
That's salespeople for you.
Yeah, I didn't even go into that experience wanting anything done. I was just making conversation.
You've come out thinking, I need this done, I need this done, I need this done.
I literally just got roasted at the aesthetics clinic.
Okay, so be careful who you're going to, you guys. I feel really bad about that story. That's horrible.
Do you thinking about it?
That's
it's
just
really
so
mean. Because I've spoken to you about my gummy smile before,
I didn't know that's why you like.
Yeah, that's why.
Have like a thing about it. She's giving you a complex.
I know.
That's so mean.
Literally, the aesthetics lady has given me a complex.
I mean, like, she obviously did her job.
Yeah. Well, she did it because I've not got it done.
This is salespeople for you.
Yeah.
Never trust a salesman/woman. So another reason why people get aesthetic procedures done can be corrective. So for example, like lots of the time when women get breast cancer and they have to have a breast removed, they might get a boob job one side, so they've got two boobs. And sometimes they think, well, I know it's someone who had breast cancer and had it done, so they had one boob reconstructed, but it looked entirely different to the other boob. So one boob was natural, and obviously with time, like your boobs, you know, they drop a little bit. So one has sort of dropped, and the other one was still perfect up here, didn't move. So she got the other one done as well. And I think for that, like, fair enough. Like, I mean, we are both very much of the like view that do what you want with your body. It's your body, it's your choice.
No
but
judgment,
also like, girl, get it. Like, if you've gone through such a traumatic time fighting cancer, and you know,
you want to feel like you again.
You want to feel like you again. And I think that is one of the most one of the most amazing things about cosmetic procedures, right, is that they can be done to bring so much confidence and to bring you back into yourself, for reasons like you might have been ill, for example. Also with boob reductions, which are done most of the time not for an aesthetic purpose at all. They're done for like back pain. And I mean, like, Georgie's got bigger boobies than me, so I feel like she can relate to this slightly more. I hope you don't mind me saying. But yeah, like obviously like back pain is a big thing with big boobs. Nerve compression can be a big problem if you've got really big boobs, and posture problems as well.
I will definitely be getting a boob job in my lifetime. For like the reduction lift probably as well. I'll get done. I've looked into it. There's a few surgeries that I like that I'm thinking of going to. So I will definitely be getting a boob job in my lifetime.
Be getting a boob job.
I feel like I do disguise the boobs quite well, to be fair. Like I'm quite good at minimizing the look of them, but you know, they are one part of my body that does, in my opinion, more harm than good to like my back, my confidence, my weight as well. Like I look a lot bigger than like I actually am most of the time because of my boobs.
Also with like skin removal for weight loss, I think is it's a massive procedure. But also, if you've gone through all of that effort to lose weight and you've got sort of like loose skin that you can't get rid of because that's just the way it is now, that'd be so frustrating because you've gone through so much effort.
You've put the work
in, you've lost weight, you know, you want to look good, you want to be healthy. And whilst you still would be healthy with the skin there,
you want to feel
good,
yeah,
and you want to
feel the work you put in.
Yeah. And also with like a lot of the time when people do have loose skin, they might want to get it removed because it can cause skin conditions. And I think this is the same with having like really large boobs, where they sort of like drape over, and you know, there's like that area that's sort of like, you know, skin on skin a lot of the time, that you can get rashes, you can get skin conditions, and the same with skin after weight loss. So I think, again, if you're getting skin removed or boobs reduced, can be really, really good.
Another corrective procedure that can be seen as cosmetic, which it is cosmetic, is like the trauma reconstruction after burns.
Yeah.
And things like that, like acid burns. I know there's like that famous lady, I've forgotten her name, Katie.
Oh my gosh, Katie Piper.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, Katie Piper.
Yeah. And she's had like a bit of reconstructive work done.
Yeah.
You know, so when it comes to things like the reconstructive surgery, the boob reduction, the skin removal surgery, and like the boob jobs after like traumatic experiences like cancer, I think that if you just look at the meaning behind it, the whole stigma has changed completely, because I feel like someone's view of like, oh, you've had this done, you've had this done, you've had this done, you're so fake. Oh, actually, I had a boob job because I had cancer. Then it's like, oh, okay, well, fair enough.
The view changes completely.
Yeah, the view changes when you know the reasonings behind them. And I just think that that's crazy. Like, why even is there a stigma in the first place?
Why do we judge people so much for having it done because
we don't know the reasons
they want
they've
to
had
be
it
a bit
done.
more confident versus it was a medical thing. Like, I don't think the stigma should be heavier one side than the other.
So I've had corrective work done to my body, which can be seen as corrective or aesthetic.
Yeah.
Or cosmetic. I don't know.
A little bit of both.
Yeah, a little bit of both. But obviously, as you guys know, I've got PCOS, so I grow quite a lot of body hair all over my body, like thick black hair growing on my body. So,
thick hair.
So I've had my whole body, apart from my arms, lasered. And I went for like 10 sessions, and I still got to go back and get more sessions. It's just been a little while.
More than 10? How many sessions do you need to have?
Well, it's between 8 to 10, and then you get a top up every year.
Okay.
If that makes sense, just to like stay on top of it and everything. Yeah. So I need to get my top up. I haven't done that this year. Yeah, I haven't done that this year. But that's been amazing. And it's really, really improved my like everyday life. And the fact that I don't need to shave all the time, like every week, especially like
nether regions.
My pubes, like they barely be growing in. Do you know what I mean? Like I probably have to do a little shave like every 2 weeks. Do you know what I mean? Like it's baby smooth down there.
Because shaving is a pain.
Shaving is such a pain.
And like your hair grows back so fast. Like, I mean, my hair grows back pretty
most
swiftly.
People's hair grows back really fast after like shaving.
Especially like pubes. Why if my hair on my head grew as fast as my armpit hair, my pubes, my leg hair, I'd have the longest
luscious hair ever.
Imagine how luscious my locks would be.
Yeah.
But
so
no.
It's really improved like just my daily life, my activities, and I would definitely recommend getting laser to everyone. It's just improved and also I want to get laser done on my chin and my beard, because obviously with PCOS I do grow in a full beard. So and it's just
Does it
annoying.
hurt?
Laser, yeah, it does hurt, to be fair.
What does it feel like? So I've had temptations, but like I don't like. What does it feel like?
It feels literally like hot, and then it feels like prickly, like someone's prickling you.
Okay, is it like bearable pain though?
It's bearable, yeah. I mean,
like tattoo.
No, it's not like a tattoo. A tattoo is more like a cat scratch, whereas this is more like prickly.
Oh, okay.
Like loads of little prickly feelings, but it's quite nice, and also
it's not. It's quite nice.
Like, it's worth it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's very worth it. Like, beauty is pain. But
oh my god.
I've also had scar removal done. So microneedling scar removal. So there was just like some scars on my body that I wanted to get rid of, because I just don't think they like really align with like who I am as a person nowadays and stuff that I've been through in the past. And it just gives me a little bit more confidence, and also it makes my family feel better that they don't have to like see any horrible like self-harm scars, for example, on my body. Like, it just makes it a little bit more easy on the eye. And then every day when I look in the mirror, I'm not reminded of like such a dark time in my life, because you know, it's lightened so much. And I'm not saying they're completely removed.
Yeah.
Because they could be if I kept going back for more sessions, but I went for about eight sessions of scar removal. And I also had my belly button ring scar removed as well, because but even then that's not fully gone. Like, that needs to have more sessions than like any of the self-harm scars. But that, to me, although it's cosmetic and corrective, that I can't get over the feeling that it's given me.
Yeah.
How much easier my life is, how much more confident I am knowing that I'm growing hair at like a normal rate than like a gorilla. So I think the stigma changes as soon as you kind of understand the reasonings behind people getting their procedures done.
So I'm actually also thinking of getting, I think it's called Barbie Botox. So they put Botox in your points in your shoulders, the back of your head, and I think a lot of people get it done to get like perfect posture, or it's more to do with like the way that your neck and your shoulders look. But I really want to get it done because apparently it can help with migraines, because I get really severe migraines. Like, I'll be bedridden with migraines, that it's like a neurological disorder, and how like painful they can be and like life-changing they can be. Sorry, it sounds really dramatic, but like for me, like my migraines are horrible and I get them really badly. And I think if I could get a bit of Botox, and I'm still looking into this, but if I could get a bit of Botox and then be migraine free, or migraine free for a period of time until you might need a top up, for example, that would be amazing.
It would be worth it, yeah.
It's also quite a tiny, I don't want to say it's a tiny thing, but it's not
a smaller enhancement.
It's a smaller
enhancement.
It's like a small, you know, you don't have to go through a crazy surgery or anything. And obviously there are the risks with any of these procedures, but I just think that would be so worth it for me, for example. So yeah, I think there's a lot of like medical reasons why someone might get quote unquote aesthetic surgery or aesthetic procedures done, which I think are really interesting to look into.
So my uncle also had a condition where he sweated excessively from his armpits.
I've heard of this, yes.
Yeah, so he sweated excessively from his armpits, and because he's a doctor and a surgeon working, you know, he was a student doctor at the time, so he was on the wards, like the trauma wards and everything, and he was excessively sweating, something that he can't control.
Yeah.
I don't know if he thought that it was a nervous tic or if he actually had the syndrome that is for excessively sweating. So he got Botox in his armpits, and he only got it one time, and it solved the problem.
I've heard of this,
It was like a nervous thing that he was sweating so much. So when he got the Botox one time, he was like, well, I can't sweat now. And even though you have to get...
That's interesting.
Yeah, even though you have to get Botox topped up for it to keep working, he never needed it again because he sweated a normal amount.
Like almost placebo effect. He wasn't stressing as much, his body wasn't reacting to the stress.
Exactly, like the placebo effect of it.
So obviously we are not here to judge anyone for any cosmetic procedure that they want to get done. We're very much of the opinion that it's your body, do choice. What you want. Like, for example, like I've had work done, Georgie's had work done, like, and we think it's great. Like, I mean, we think it's brilliant.
I've got plans to get more work done.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
We love it, really. Like, we're just trying to sound nonchalant, but like, we love it. But of course, it would be irresponsible to not talk about the risks and realities of these procedures. Back to social media, sort of like when you may feel insecure and you think, I want to look like this, I just want to look like this, and you know, you're putting your body through stress a lot of the time to chase constant trends and to sort of constantly want to look like someone else. There can be risks with that because, like I said, you're putting your body through a lot of stress.
And I also want to say, like, some people might make these decisions because they have the means and the accessibility. They might be making these like quick decisions, these quick solutions to kind of a temporary problem.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I think if you work inward, at your self-worth and your self-love, and then you still decide that you do want to get XYZ done, go for it. But it's when people are like feeling really shit in the moment and then they think, I'm just going to go and get 3 ml lip filler just because I can. Just because
it's a quick fix.
Yeah.
That's when there's a problem. Because like I've said, like, we live in a really instant age. You know, we have the TV on demand, we can get Deliveroo, we can get our takeaway whenever we want it. Like, everything is just handed to us nowadays. And it's the same with cosmetic procedures. Like, if you're in the financial position to do so, you could just go and book in a boob job and you can just do it off on a whim.
Yeah. But you're making like permanent solutions to temporary problems.
Yeah. So 100%. Like, so also when we're thinking about like social media and trends and stuff, do you think that influencers and celebrities should disclose cosmetic procedures that they've had done?
So I think this is such a hot topic online, and I think that they should, in my opinion. Like, one of my favorite girls, like Ari Kitsia, she's so open about everything she's had done. And I think that that's the best way, because I think when you have an influence, when you have followers, you have young girls or young boys, young people following you, I think that you have a bit of a responsibility to them.
Yeah, definitely.
To just kind of help them understand that not actually everyone looks like this. Not everyone looks this perfect or this put together. And I think that it just starts a really good debate, actually, this question, because so many people don't disclose.
No, and there have been so many celebrities that are in trouble for saying, I've had nothing done, and you just gradually see their face changing in ways that it wouldn't naturally change. And like, as a celebrity, you have an influence over people, which means you have a responsibility, in my opinion. So when someone outright asks you, have you had A, B, Z, whatever done, and you go, no, I haven't, when you clearly have, that is telling younger audiences that if you don't look this way, you're not the beauty standard, when in reality that is not a natural way for someone to look. Naturally, people don't always, not everyone has massive perfect lips, high cheekbones, like not everyone has this Instagram face, these filtered faces. It's fake. And I think so long as you're open and honest about it, there's not really a problem, because people are aware that that's not how you would naturally look.
I also think that when they're not honest, I think it opens up another conversation of judgment towards that celebrity or towards that influencer.
Definitely.
Like, if they're like, I've never had anything done, when it's clear they have had something done, it's like, just own it.
Just own it,
in my opinion, because then you know, you're just asking for more trouble by not owning it. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're going to be so judgmental about it, and I don't know, like,
just be honest. Honesty is the best policy, guys.
I think transparency is key when it comes to
definitely
everything about the cosmetic like world and like, aesthetics and
just like any like online influence as well, like just honesty, transparency.
I think as long as you're looking at yourself with love and you're treating your body the way that you should be treating, then you know, there's no harm done getting stuff done. But when it's coming from a self-hatred point of view, that's where addictions can start. That's when you start looking for these cheap treatments or going to the wrong people.
And it's where you end up in situations like you've gone to someone that you necessarily couldn't afford like a perfect job, so you've gone to someone cheaper to quickly think, I just want this done now, and you've ended up with a botched job, or you've ended up getting an infection, or something's been done wrong, you know, and you don't take the time to sort of go through the consultations to sort of look into the procedure fully. Like, if you're at the point where you're like, I desperately want this done, I feel so insecure and I just want this quick fix, like, be wary, because realistically cosmetic procedures shouldn't really be a decision you make on a whim, although they can be. It's still important to look at the risks and the, you know, the pressure that you are putting on your body, because it's a big thing.
You know, like, these are elective surgeries, technically. You don't have to put your body through that. Your body's naturally not going to be used to that. So I think there's so many risks and realities you need to think about. But I think our overall arching, like, opinion on this is transparency is key, and making sure that it's coming from a place of self-love, and that you're going to a proper certified place,
be safe.
You're not going in some back alley to get a BBL. Just to kind of end this episode, we just want to reaffirm that we're not judgmental in any way, and whatever cosmetic surgery or any work that you want to get done is completely your choice. And if it's for any reason, confidence or, you know, like corrective medical, anything you want to get done, it's completely your choice. We just urge you to look through all of those factors and the risks that we've just said.
Just make sure it's being done in a safe environment by a reputable practitioner, not someone who's just trying to extort money out of you. And as two girls right now who are recovering from surgery in the last... Georgie had it done, how many days ago? 10 days ago?
10 days ago.
I had it done at the... 5 days ago. It's not something to take lightly. I mean, it's scary, and we're still sat here recovering now. You think about things when you go under, you think, okay, I'm having the procedure done, but also you've got to think about the risks of general anaesthetic. And I didn't even realise that the anaesthetic affects you for days after. Like, I've been so sick from general anaesthetic. Georgie, I know, has been in hospital for like weeks before, just because she reacted badly to the anaesthetic. And this is not to scare anyone either, because I was so nervous before my surgery, so don't be scared.
But I think it's important to understand every part of it.
Yeah, there's a lot to it. And also, like, then the medications, you know, there's a lot that goes on besides just the surgery. So just make sure, you know, you're informed, you know what's going on, you have the consultation, reputable practitioner, all of that.
And don't be ashamed if you have had work
No.
done. Be transparent about it.
Don't be ashamed.
Don't be ashamed.
Girl, I've had it done.
I've had work done.
It doesn't matter. It's great fun. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of the Clitical Thinking podcast, talking everything about cosmetic procedures. We will be here every Saturday on Spotify and YouTube. We can't wait to see you there.